plans that are offered by TTC have national provider networks. So wherever you are located throughout the country, you would have access to in-network providers. The best way to look to find a participating provider is to go to the register at myuhc.com, and you'll have immediate linkage to the participating providers in your area. At myuhc.com, you can also download a temporary ID card, and there's also a very convenient mobile app, which is helpful as far as finding a provider or using a temporary ID card through your phone. The 3 medical plans are essentially the same as they were last year. They are high deductible plans. The first one is the Choice HMO 3000. There's the Choice HMO 2000 and the Point of Service 1000. The only plan that has coverage outside of the United Healthcare Network is the Choice Plus POS 1000. Otherwise, all of the plans do not require a referral to see a specialist. They all have a national provider network. You don't need to designate a primary care physician, although it is nice to develop a relationship with a primary care physician. Sometimes it makes it easier when you have an urgent situation, or maybe you come down with a bad cold or the flu and you need to get in to see a doctor rather quickly. By having a relationship with a primary care type physician, it just makes accessing care a little bit easier. And all of the plans have prescription drug coverage. The first plan we'll talk about is the Choice HMO 3000. Again, it's a national network of providers, and all of your coverage is accessed under the in-network benefit. If you go to a non-participating provider or facility, there's no coverage. If it is a life or limb-threatening emergency, however, wherever you are, whether it's in the United States or outside of the country, emergencies are always going to be covered under the in-network schedule of benefits. And again, it's a life or limb-threatening situation is considered an emergency, and that would be covered under the plan wherever you are. So this plan has a deductible of $3,000 if you're an individual, or $6,000 maximum if you have family coverage. TTC is very generous with being able to help you pay for your out-of-pocket deductible expenses through the funding of a health reimbursement account. So as your expenses are applied towards your deductible, such as office visits or lab work, outpatient surgery, diagnostic tests, and prescriptions, as those expenses go towards your deductible, you can submit for reimbursement from the health reimbursement account, so that your out-of-pocket cost is very limited, because again, TTC is giving you that funding to help cover those expenses. So once your deductible is met, then the plan pays 80% and you pay 20% of the allowed benefit. With the pharmacy coverage, again, all of your prescriptions are going to count towards your deductible, and you can use your HRA funds. They are actually loaded onto a debit card. And when you go to the pharmacy to fill a prescription, you can use the debit card to pay for your prescription drugs. Once your deductible is met for prescriptions, you pay a $10 copay for Tier 1, which are typically generic drugs, a $35 copay for Tier 2, which are typically preferred brand name drugs, and Tier 3 are generally drugs that have a lower cost alternative, or they have a generic alternative available. Logging on to your MyUHC portal with your benefits, you can look up not only participating providers, but also the prescription drug listing, which shows which tier your medication would fall under. And you can also price out the cost of medications, so you know how much they'll be when you go to fill the prescription at the pharmacy.